Manhood is a concept that has been discussed, debated, and defined in countless ways throughout history. It's a term that carries with it expectations, responsibilities, and cultural meanings that vary across time and place. To some, manhood might evoke the image of a strong stoic protector, while to others, it signifies wisdom, kindness, and emotional intelligence. But what does it truly mean to be a man? At its core, manhood is about more than just physical strength or societal roles. It encompasses a range of virtues and responsibilities that a person takes on as they grow and mature. To understand manhood more deeply, we can explore its portrayal in literature, history, and even modern media. Consider the ancient Greek hero Odysseus from Homer's The Odyssey. Odysseus is often seen as the epitome of manhood in Greek culture, not only because of his physical strength and bravery, but also because of his intelligence and cunning. His journey home from the Trojan War is fraught with challenges that test not just his brawn, but his wit and moral compass. When faced with the Cyclops, Polyphemus, Odysseus doesn't rely solely on brute force to escape. He uses his intellect to outsmart the giant. This example shows that manhood in ancient Greek culture was multifaceted, valuing both mental acuity and physical prowess. In many cultures, manhood is also tied to the idea of responsibility and duty. In feudal Japan, the samurai were seen as the ultimate example of manhood. They lived by a code of conduct called bushido, which emphasized loyalty, honor, and discipline. A samurai was expected to serve his lord and protect the weak, even at the cost of his own life. This notion of duty and sacrifice is echoed in countless stories and traditions around the world, where manhood is defined by one's ability to shoulder responsibility and uphold one's commitments. In modern literature, we see various explorations of manhood, often questioning traditional stereotypes. One notable example is Atticus Finch, from Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. Atticus is a single father and a lawyer in the racially segregated American South. His embodiment of manhood is not in physical strength, but in moral courage. He defends a black man wrongly accused of raping a white woman, knowing well that the odds are against him. Atticus teaches his children about empathy, justice, and standing up for what's right, even when it's difficult. Through his character, we see that manhood can be about integrity and doing the right thing, even in the face of societal pressures. Manhood also often intersects with emotional strength and the ability to express vulnerability. Traditionally, men have been taught to suppress their emotions, to be strong and stoic. However, this stereotype has been increasingly challenged in recent years. Emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage one's emotions, is now recognized as an important aspect of manhood. A poignant example comes from the animated film The Lion King. Simba, the protagonist, is taught by his father, Mufasa, about the responsibilities that come with being a king. After Mufasa's tragic death, Simba runs away, burdened by guilt and fear. It's only when he confronts his past and embraces his vulnerabilities that he truly steps into his role as a leader. This journey reflects the idea that manhood involves not just facing external challenges, but also grappling with internal struggles and emotions. In many ways, manhood is also about growth and transformation. It's a journey rather than a destination. In stories like The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger, we follow Holden Caulfield, a young man on the brink of adulthood, navigating the complexities of identity, responsibility, and purpose. His struggles are emblematic of the broader challenges many face when transitioning into manhood. The journey is often messy, filled with mistakes and lessons learned along the way. Manhood also carries with it societal expectations that can sometimes be limiting or harmful. Toxic masculinity, for example, is a term used to describe cultural norms that expect men to act in aggressive, dominant, and emotionally detached ways. This concept is harmful not just to men, but to society as a whole, as it discourages men from expressing their emotions or seeking help when needed. The fight against toxic masculinity has led to a broader understanding of manhood that embraces a diversity of traits and behaviors. Modern portrayals of manhood, such as in films like Moonlight, show the complexity of male identity, particularly in the context of race, sexuality, and social expectations. In Moonlight, we see the protagonist, Chiron, navigate his identity as a black, gay man in a tough neighborhood. His journey is a powerful depiction of how manhood can encompass sensitivity, love, and the search for self-understanding. Another modern exploration of manhood is found in the works of Ta-Nehisi Coates, particularly in his book Between the World and Me. Written as a letter to his son, Coates discusses the challenges of being a black man in America, touching on themes of systemic racism, fear, and the struggle to protect one's body and soul. Through Coates's narrative, we gain insight into the ways societal structures shape the experience of manhood in different cultural and racial contexts. In addition to literature and film, real-life stories of men overcoming adversity offer powerful examples of manhood. One such story is that of Mahatma Gandhi, who led India's nonviolent resistance movement against British colonial rule. Gandhi's concept of manhood was rooted in ahimsa, nonviolence, and satyagraha, truth force. His leadership style was not about dominance or aggression, but about moral strength and the courage to stand for justice peacefully. Gandhi's life demonstrates that manhood can be deeply tied to ethical principles and the pursuit of peace. Manhood can also be seen in the context of fatherhood. The role of a father is often central to how manhood is defined in many cultures. A father's responsibility to nurture, guide, and provide for his children is seen as a crucial aspect of being a man. However, the modern understanding of fatherhood has expanded to include emotional support, active participation in caregiving, and partnership in parenting. This broader perspective allows men to engage more fully with their roles as fathers, partners, and members of the community. In the end, manhood is a rich and multifaceted concept that goes beyond simple definitions or stereotypes. It's about the values and virtues a man cultivates, the responsibilities he assumes, and the way he navigates the complexities of life. Manhood involves courage, integrity, emotional strength, and a commitment to growth and learning. As society continues to evolve, so too does the understanding of what it means to be a man. Manhood today is increasingly about embracing diversity, challenging harmful norms, and redefining strength in ways that include empathy, compassion, and connection. It's about being true to oneself while being accountable to others. Ultimately, manhood is about striving to be the best version of oneself, not by adhering to rigid stereotypes, but by living authentically and with purpose. It's a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and continuous growth, where each individual defines what manhood means to them in a way that aligns with their values and aspirations.